Girls that gave the nice guy a chance, how did it go? I used to date these super loud guys who would flirt with waitresses and talk over everyone at dinner. After my last boyfriend made me cry in a Taco Bell parking lot because he was texting other girls, my coworkers at the bank kept telling me I needed to try something different. They all kept pointing to Owen from IT. Mid-30s, always wore these soft sweaters, never raised his voice at anyone. He was the guy who held doors open and offered gum to random people. Everyone loved him because he literally never said no to helping anyone with their computer problems. So after weeks of my friends bugging me about it, I asked him to grab coffee. He got this huge smile and said yes immediately. Our first few dates were like something straight out of a romance movie. He brought me daisies because I mentioned once that roses felt too fancy. He walked me home even though his car was parked the opposite direction. He texted me good morning and good night every single day without fail. But after about 3 weeks of dating, something started feeling weird. Not anything he did exactly, but what he didn't say. Like, I realized he never talked about himself, ever. I would ask about his childhood and he'd smile and change the subject to asking about mine. When I asked about past relationships, he'd just say, nothing worth remembering, and immediately ask me about my ex-boyfriends. It wasn't sketchy exactly, just really empty. Then came the night I was supposed to meet his friends. We planned to meet at this sports bar downtown. I showed up on time, but only Owen was there. He seemed totally normal about it and said his friends had to cancel last minute. We just had a quiet dinner instead, but then it happened again the next week. And again, every time we were supposed to meet his friends or family, something would come up. When I finally asked him directly about his family, he just said they were complicated and left it at that. I started getting curious, so I decided to Google him one night. There was nothing. Like, weirdly nothing. No Facebook, no LinkedIn, no Instagram. I even tried searching his name with our city and his workplace. Nothing came up except basic work directory stuff. That seemed really strange for someone our age. So I decided to do something I'd never done before. The next time he came over, I waited until he was in the shower and opened his laptop. It wasn't even password protected, which should have been the first red flag. But what I found made my stomach drop. There were hundreds of folders on his desktop. Each one was labeled with a girl's name. Some had full names, some just first names. I opened a few of them randomly. Each folder had screenshots of social media posts, selfies, pictures from what looked like dating apps, even some photos that looked like they were taken without permission. Then I saw a folder with my name on it. I clicked it and my hands started shaking. There were dozens of photos of me that I had never sent him. Some were screenshots from my social media, but others looked like they were taken through my apartment.